Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Muscle Burns Fat sneak peek group. I'm so excited to go live tonight. I apologize for the little delay that we had getting started. We had planned for 8 o'clock, but as you guys know, especially when me and Brian are both doing a call like this, things happen and kids decide that they don't want to go to sleep. So, thank you guys for bearing with us. Hopefully, this didn't mess with anyone's schedule, but I am recording it. This is a live in our Facebook group, so that you can go back and watch this at any time. So, if for some reason, you're getting your kiddos down like we just finished up doing, or whatever, you can always check out this recording. So I'm going to give everybody just a second to get on. As you can probably already see, Brian is not on with me yet. He is getting Corbin down, so we kind of take turns. I got Emmeline down, and now he's getting Corbin down. And so as soon as he gets him down, he is going to head out here and hop on with me. But I wanted to go ahead. We didn't want to be too late for this call, and so I wanted to go ahead and kind of kick things off and get us started. So let me take a second really quick and just introduce myself to you guys and tell you guys a little bit about me and Brian and this test group and kind of what this whole opportunity has looked like. Hey Liz, hey Mary, so great to see you guys. Thanks for being on. I'm really excited to share more. So for those of you who I don't know, my name is Caroline Foster, and me and Brian have been married for 7 years. We live right outside of Nashville, Tennessee, in a town called Murfreesboro, and so I was born and raised here. It's not necessarily a small town, but it was back in the day when I grew up here. But Brian is also from the Middle Tennessee area, and we both went to school here. He went to Belmont University, and I went to Middle Tennessee State University, and we met not long after college. His last semester and my last semester of college, we met. And like I said, we've been married for 7 years. We have 2 kids. We have a little girl that is 3.5. Her name is Emmeline. And we have a little boy named Corbin who is 9 months old. And so Brian works full-time in insurance. So he works for Farm Bureau Insurance, Farm Bureau Tennessee. And so they are the biggest insurance agency in the state of Tennessee. And their branch is specific to Tennessee. And so he is an agent for them. He has been doing that for 2 years and loves it. We love the company. And then I have been home working Fit for His Glory full-time since February. Before that, I worked in corporate America with Red Bull Energy Drink, running their collegiate marketing program and sampling program in Middle and East Tennessee, and did that for 10 years. So, yeah, that's a little bit about us. I'm now coaching full-time and home with our 2 kids. So that's been a really cool blessing and just really cool opportunity to get to serve women in health and fitness full-time and help my team and help my coaches grow and thrive. I have been coaching now for 6 years. When I started this business, Brian and I were about a year into marriage, and we just kind of have those entrepreneur spirits. Hi, Elise. We have just entrepreneur spirits. We always are dreaming about things we want to do, businesses we wanted to start. And so we, not long after marriage, we had launched a company and quickly realized starting your own business is no joke. Let's be real. And for those of you who are curious, because I know everybody's going to be wondering, it was a subscription date night service that basically was like an at-home date for you and your husband to do, or sometimes it was things for you to go out and do. We're really passionate about marriage, and so we came up with this whole idea, and we launched, and we did it for a solid year, and it was amazing. But it was constantly requiring more money. And so we realized that it was probably not going to be the best thing for us financially. And so we ended up closing that down. But it also just made us realize how amazing of an opportunity Beachbody is. And so I basically went all in on coaching. And that's what they can see. And these are people commenting. Oh, yeah. No, you're fine. It's just because it's a little red thing right there. Sorry, guys. He's a newbie to
First
Facebook
time,
Live.
yeah.
So
What is the Facebook?
What is the Facebook? And so, anyways, long story short, what I'm getting at here is I've been coaching for 6 years, and like I said, just went full time with it in February. So, anyways, that's a little bit about me. So, I'm going to kind of share with them a little bit about the test group and kind of how the test group experience works. Because I think it's really insightful, and then we'll be able to share more about the program, more about our thoughts around the program, and take any questions from you guys. If you have a question that pops in your head just as we're talking, feel free to drop it right here in the comment section, and we would be happy to just answer anything. I just got done kind of telling them a little bit about us and just who we are and all that good stuff. So, cool. Yeah. So let's dive into the test group experience. So like I said, been a coach for 6 years. And hi, Cindy. Hi, Stephanie. Been a coach for 6 years, never been a part of a test group. It has been on my bucket list. It's been something that I've always wanted to do. Used to, it was only elite coaches that got to be a part of the test group, which for those of you who are like, what is elite? Basically, it's like the top 0.01% of the company. Top coaches who are really growing their business get selected to be a part of it. And so then they switched it over about a year ago to being what is called success starters. So people who are really getting their business up and going. They've been in business for about 6 months. So I had never hit elite, and when they made the success starter thing, I was already way past that in my business. And so I thought, this opportunity is never really going to come around for me. Well, I get a call. Let's see, I guess it was about 2 weeks before the test group was supposed to kick off. And I'd heard about MBF, Muscle Burns Fat. I heard that we were coming out with this new program, which was really excited because I had heard of Megan Davies, who's the trainer that created this. I'd done a few of her programs before, or one program before. She had a program called Clean Week. I'd done that before and run a lot of free groups, and we'd used that in there. And so I really liked her, but really didn't know a whole lot about her. And so when I learned about this program, I was like, this sounds really cool. I'm really excited. So I get a call from my corporate mentor, Kyle, and he's like, hey, Caroline, like, I got a cool experience opportunity for you. Would you want to be a part of the Muscle Burns Fat test group? And I'm like, what? I mean, I'm not going to lie. I freaked out. I was so excited because it is really easy, you know, as a coach. Sometimes you want to be coached. Sometimes you want to kind of have your booty kicked and kind of go through the experience of what a challenge group would be like. And so got selected, and it was just an incredible experience. And obviously we're not quite done yet with the group, but exactly what I needed on my postpartum journey, especially. Obviously just had Corbin 9 months ago. And so, yeah, it's just been an incredible experience. Going into the test group, just to give you guys an idea of like, what is a test group? I had to sign a contract saying that I would show up for all the workouts, that I would do my best, that I would stick to the nutrition plan. I had to either choose between Ultimate Portion Fix or the TV Mindset. So I would go all in with my nutrition. And I also had to commit to not doing anything else. So obviously, you know, you couldn't slide any other workouts in there. Not that I was going to anyways, because you don't need to. But you know, can't just go out and do a spin bike class, you know, one day. You had to just do this because they want to make sure that the results are pure results from this program and this program only. And so signed that contract. When we entered into the group, we had to input our before photos and our measurements and all the nitty-gritty stuff, just about you know, all the supplements we were using, anything that we were using, and so that way they could just have all of the details. So basically how the program works is that it is 6 weeks long, and the first 3 weeks are called Muscle Burns Fat, and the next 3 weeks are called Muscle Burns Fat Advanced. And so going into the group, so I basically had like a week to prepare for this. I'm like, okay, let's do it, you know? So I get my meal plan ready. I figure out what, I decided to go with the Ultimate Portion Fix. I figured out exactly what meal plan I was supposed to be eating on. I was adding in 500 calories for breastfeeding because I am exclusively nursing. And so that is also really important for you guys to know. And so I did all of that, got my meal plan all set out, and was ready to rock. The cool thing about this program, and also kind of the interesting thing, is that Megan was actually filming. She filmed every single one of these workouts that we did in this program in her living room. Like, legit in her living room. Like, today, actually, she did it on her porch, like just a patio kind of where we are right now. But kind of a cool experience. Like, all of them were filmed in her living room. And so this just shows that, like, these are doable in your home, because she literally filmed them all there. Especially because of quarantine, that's when all of it was happening. And so she couldn't leave, so she had to do it from her house. So she actually just started filming the program. I think it was this week or last week, the final videos for it. So we were actually doing the workouts with her, like from her living room. So the first 3 weeks, basically, like I said, it's called Muscle Burns Fat, and the next 3 weeks is called Muscle Burns Fat Advanced. So it's kind of similar if you've been around Beachbody at all, like if you think 21 Day Fix and then 21 Day Fix Extreme, like 3 weeks and then 3 weeks, and that they kind of are meant to be done back to back. But the thing I would say, if you are wondering, well, is it like 21 Day Fix to 21 Day Fix Extreme in the sense of that like big jump? It's not as extreme as the jump is from 21 Day Fix to 21 Day Fix Extreme. So it's definitely a little bit more of an ease-in advanced version, which I personally liked, because it wasn't just like, advanced started and you were shocked, because it was way harder.
Starts fairly tough though.
Yeah, the regular definitely starts fairly tough as well. It's definitely more of an intermediate workout. It could be beginner, but you would definitely have to modify on a lot of the workouts. So let's dive into, I guess I'll share a little bit really quickly with you guys about Megan, in case you didn't see any of the posts here in this group, and who she is. And then we'll kind of dive into our experiences on the program. Obviously, in this group, we've got a lot of good information just about the program in general. So I will really quickly just go over the workouts for each day, and then also Megan, and then we'll dive into our experiences. So first off, Megan, I would say, so she's like a mid-20 something, if I was going to guess. I don't know exactly, but she is from, I believe, Fort Lauderdale, Miami area of Florida. She has an extensive background in fitness. She was, she competed in fitness competitions basically starting when she was like 17, and now well into, she's been, I guess, doing it for about 13 years. So she then opened up a gym, and so she and her family own a gym down in the Florida area. I believe it's Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. But she has obviously, a degree, and she's a personal trainer, and she owns her gym, and she created Clean Week, which was a program that is a 5-day free program on Beachbody On Demand for people to kind of try out different programs from Beachbody. So she has an extensive background in fitness. She's competed herself for a really, really long time. And she has, she loves, like, she's very, very big on kind of CrossFit style workouts and muscle building workouts, because she knows what we all know. Obviously, the name of this program is that muscle burns fat. And so the more muscle that you have, the more fat you're going to burn. And so I've had a few people ask me, well, is this program more for toning, or is this more for losing weight? It's absolutely for both, because if you are building muscle, you're going to lose weight because your body is turning into a fat burning machine. And so, that's what she's really passionate about. So she's awesome. Like, she really does have a heart of gold. Like, I have loved working with her and getting to know her in this program. She answers every single question she sees. She's messaging us on Instagram and replying to our stories. Like, she's so engaged, and I'm excited just to see how she's going to also be, with all of the customers out there and clients and coaches who, once they start this program, because she's just so engaged. So a little bit about the program and the workouts and what it really looks like. So on Mondays, it's always going to be a lower body day. That workout usually, is pretty difficult. I would say it's typically almost like a 400, 420 calorie burn workout. It's one of my higher ones during the week. But obviously, your legs are the biggest muscle group of your body. And so anytime you're working your legs, you're going to be really burning a lot of calories throughout the day. So that's the thing, too, that's great about this program, is it's not just like, sometimes with like a cardio workout, you're just burning it right then. But with a workout like this, you're burning a ton of calories right then, but the afterburn is going to also be really, really strong for these types of programs. So So yeah, so that's on Mondays. Tuesdays and Thursdays are what's called core cardio. And those workouts are really fun. Do you want to kind of talk about like how those workouts are structured?
Yeah, those are surprisingly for me one of my favorite workouts because they're structured. Well, basically, there's kind of like three blocks. So the first, part of the block you have like a cardio session where it's 30 seconds of jump roping and then 30 seconds of this whatever move she shows you. You do that for 3 minutes, and then after that, you do basically basically a circuit of ab core work. So with that, you'll do like usually three different exercises, and kind of like you'll do really like four exercises, and then you'll do all again for 2 sets, and then you'll move on to the next block, and it's basically the same thing, just different exercises through those three blocks. So you're kind of doing cardio and abs core throughout, and so you're by the time you get tired with your core, you get to take a break and do some cardio, and by the time you're kind of tired of doing cardio for 3 minutes, you get to take a break and lay down and do core. So it's kind of a good mix, and you're working. I like it because you're working both the whole time.
Yeah, and I will say, and Brian and I have talked about this a lot. A lot of programs leave core till the very end. The thing I love about this program is that you're doing core throughout it, so it actually goes by really, really fast. Is it starting to rain?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, great! That's awesome. Do we need to put the umbrella up?
We can. Let me look at
Okay. Sorry, guys. This is kind of funny since it just rained at the end of the workout today.
Yeah,
it started pouring on Megan at the end of the workout.
And it's not even supposed to rain until like next Tuesday.
Yeah, so this is a little confusing. Okay, so we're going to keep going here. But the thing that I love about these cardio workouts is that these core workouts is that is it passing?
I think it's going to be nothing.
Okay. But about these core workouts is that you have a lot of energy when you're doing them because it's not the last thing you're doing at the end of a workout. And so I feel like there's much more of a focus on it. And all of the moves are things that, for me, postpartum, wanting to avoid any kind of ab separations or anything like that, I've been able to do all of them. So if you're like me and you have a really weak core, these workouts are doable. Trust me. And there's some great modifications as well if you're not able to do something, which I was really thankful for. Wednesdays are going to be upper body day. I'm going to be totally real. It's not my favorite workout, but it gets the job done. And it's actually one of Megan's favorite workouts. So maybe it's just me and I just don't love upper body day. It's definitely challenging, but it is so many reps. And so you're going to want to go light on those days.
Very light. Very
light on those days. And then Friday is Power Ignite Day. And that is more of a CrossFit style workout.
What is that?
If I'm remembering right.
Is that the AMRAP? No. Oh yeah, we forgot the AMRAP is. When is the AMRAP?
That's on Saturday.
No, that's at EMOM.
Oh, that's right. AMRAP's at the end of every cardio.
Yeah, I left that part out. Yeah, at the end of every cardio core workout, there's something called an AMRAP, and what that means, AMRAP is AMRAP. As many reps as possible. So in the first 3 weeks of the program for Muscle Burns Fat, it's a 4-minute AMRAP. So she'll give you 4 exercises to do, and you have to do them. That's like one round when you get through all 4, and you have to do as many as you can in 4 minutes, as many rounds as you can in 4 minutes. And then Muscle Burns Fat Advanced goes up to 6 minutes, and it's the same structure. And that one's fun because you keep track of how many you do, so then the next week you do it again and see if you can improve and get better each week.
Yeah.
And that's kind of taken from like CrossFit. They do a lot of things like that. So.
Yeah. And then Friday is going to be a Power Ignite workout. It's more of just like a full body weighted workout. I really like that workout. And then Saturday is going to be every minute on the minute, which is also a CrossFit style workout.
It's like called EMOM, every minute on the minute, EMOM. And so that one is like, you'll do, she'll give you an exercise to do, and you do it for basically a minute. And she'll basically tell you, if you don't finish in 40 seconds, however many reps you have to do, you have to stop and take a break. And then when the next minute comes, you do it again. So basically, every minute you're doing something. And if you finish early, say she tells you to do 8 reps and you finish it in 30 seconds, then you get 30 seconds break before the next one starts. But everybody always gets 20 seconds if they don't finish the amount of reps that's required. So I think you do like that for 5 sets, and then she does another one for 5 sets, and then you'll finish with like a double where it's 2 exercises that you have to do each minute for 10 minutes. And that one's fun too. It's just mixes it up.
Yeah. And the thing I love, and I'm sure you're going to agree with this too, but one of my favorite things about this program is that every single workout, like every day is different. So like, yes, Mondays this is very similar workouts, but in a week you feel like you're doing a lot of different style workouts. And that makes it fun to me.
You don't get bored.
You don't get bored, and it goes by really fast. Like today I was like, man, a workout's already over. And honestly, I went into this morning like not feeling like working out in that moment. And so, that's just a good feeling when you're like, man, that was fun. Like I really did enjoy that. There is a lot of jump roping in this program, but
you'll have killer calves after you do this program because you jump a lot.
Yeah. So a lot of jump roping. And that makes it kind of fun too because I'd never done a program with that.
Bod roping.
Yeah, bod roping. It's not an actual jump rope. It's a wireless jump rope.
Basically, so that you don't keep tripping over it. It just makes it where you just work on just jumping and not worry about trying to skip it.
Yeah, and it also is perfect if you work out at home. You got your ceiling fan and stuff.
Yes, exactly.
So you're not hitting stuff as well. So, but yeah, so that's a little bit about Megan. That's a little bit about the program. If you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and start dropping those in the comment box so that way we can make sure we get to those. I do want to talk about, let's just kind of talk about our favorite things of the program, and then we'll kind of talk about packages and what it's going to look like and kind of our game plan of rolling this out to our clients and our coaches, and how excited we are. I'll go first, I guess. Or you want to go
Asking
first?
me a question?
Huh?
Were you asking me a question or what?
No, just sharing kind of your takeaways from this program.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, so for me, it's been incredible. Like I said it, I've loved it. I think I'm kind of stealing something you said the other day, so hopefully this isn't what you were going to say. But something that Brian told me the other day when I was like, what is your top takeaway from this? And he's probably going to go into this, but I thought it was really good. He can share more about it. He's going to put the umbrella up. Sorry, guys. We're struggle bus over here. We're so not professional. I currently have, my cell phone is our light because I'm not one of those fancy people who has a ring light. So how has your body changed? That's a great question, Stephanie. Brian's putting an umbrella up because it decided it wanted to start raining, and we were not expecting that. Okay, so Brian said this the other day, and he said, this program has taught him the difference of going from best to better.
From good to great.
Yeah, from good to great or best to better.
Yeah.
However
Better
you
to
want to
best.
look at it. Yeah, better to best. That's what it was. Sorry, can't get our words right. And that's just really been sticking with me this week, and I've said it to a few different people, and I think that is what I've done in this program. Because it was a test group, because I signed this contract and said I'm going to go all in, my mindset just changed. And the first 2 weeks were hard, especially on the nutrition side of things. They were hard because anytime, probably the first 3 weeks really, but 2 were the hardest. Anytime we're stripping away, those sugar cravings and the carb cravings and all these things that you quote unquote think you need, it's hard. I mean, I think it was the first week we had friends over for a cookout. And we had several cookouts and things, friend hangouts and things like that. Kelly's on here, by the way. During that time. And so it was definitely like the first week was difficult, but it was almost like once the first week was over and once I overcame that first cookout, and I think definitely us doing it together helped. It was like, I did it. Like, okay, I can do this. And seeing the results, like standing on the scale and seeing that number going down and seeing my inches going down was so encouraging because before I started this test group, I was at a plateau. Like I said, I'm exclusively nursing. And so I was adding in those 500 calories. I thought I was tracking for the Ultimate Portion Fix before, But to be honest, like, I was not being strict enough. And I can't just, if I'm in a place where I'm really trying to lose weight, I can't just be strict Monday through Friday and like eat all of the chips at Mexican restaurant on the weekends. Like, that is not going to help me get this weight off. And that's not me going from better to best. That's just kind of me settling and be like, okay, well, whatever. It'll come off eventually. And so if I really wanted to get serious about really getting the results with this program, like, I had to go all in. And so I did. And so as of the, I think it was the end of the third round, or 3 weeks in, I was down, 6.5 pounds. But as of last week, I was down a total of 9 pounds. So I've lost 3 pounds in the second phase. So I went from 148 when I started this program. No, is that right? Or 146?
No, 160.
Or not 46, 166.
Six, I think.
166 to, so I guess it was like, was that like 8 pounds?
8, yeah.
More like 7 or 8 pounds. To 159.
Yeah.
So I finally broke that 160 mark, which was really, really hard. So finally broke that 170 mark earlier in the year, but then finally got past that 160 mark. So obviously we haven't weighed ourselves or done any of our measurements because we're not finished with the program. We'll finish up on Saturday, and then we'll do our measurements on Sunday and our photos. But that, as of right now, that is kind of my results. I think in general, though, Stephanie asked how has my body changed the most with this program, and I've definitely built a lot of muscle, and I'm definitely seeing like my shoulders and my core, and like for me it's more of my inner core, right? Because I did just have a baby 9 months ago, so there's still a lot of healing and a lot of things just need to be kind of tightened back up. But I had lost so much muscle tone when I was pregnant with Corbin, and so for me this has really helped me. I mean, I still have a ways to go, and I'm excited to do this whole program over again, but
you can tell just how you've strengthened your inner core, has just brought more in.
Yeah, it really has, and like I can just tell a huge difference.
I mean, you can tell that from your, muscle burns fat there after the 3 weeks, how big of a difference.
Exactly, and that's why I'm really excited to take our photos this weekend, just to see what those final photos are. But yeah, I mean, it's been incredible. I've really, really loved this program. So, Brian, your thoughts?
So I'm not used to doing this. But
and by the way, I'm not trying to but Brian doesn't do Beachbody workouts very often. Like, and that's okay. He doesn't have to. We're not a legalist when it comes to fitness. He kind of does his own workouts. He did 6 weeks of the work.
Yeah. But
it's not like you're like a Beachbody.
I came from high school sports weight room background, and so I like lifting heavy weights, and so that's kind of one thing Beachbody doesn't do a lot of, which is fine. So I've done like body beats before and just different things, but I don't know, that's kind of why I do it. But Caroline told me about this program that she was getting invited to test, and so I just wanted to support her as much as I could, but also it sounded like a fun program, and just thought it'd be fun to do it together, especially because it's the summer and trying to get that beach bod. But I guess the thing that I've really enjoyed the program a lot, probably more than I thought I would. For me, I guess diet, really probably for everybody, but diet's always kind of the challenge for me, more or less, because I've never really had to really watch what I eat, fortunately. I'm always kind of in the boat of like, I'm trying to build muscle and kind of put on weight. So for this one, I was wanting to, there's a lot more cardio than what I normally do and whatnot. So I was really wanting to just kind of like maintain. Like, I didn't want to lose, and I didn't necessarily want to try to gain, because I didn't want to try to cut the fat. I want to burn some fat. So I just kept like the regular eating plan. I did the what is it? The ultimate portion. No. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. I did that one with the containers, and I basically just challenged me to eat more veggies. I realized I was eating more carbs than I probably, than I needed to be. So it kind of just helped me like see what I guess I quickly realized like what I was doing in my previous, eating versus what I should really be doing for my weight. And so it's kind of helped me like eat better in order to cut fat, because I'm trying to keep my weight the same, which means building muscle and cutting fat at the same time, really. So with that, I'd say like, kind of like she was saying, you see yourself, or I guess we talked about it, but I realized like I was doing pretty good sometimes, and then I do better, really good other times. But I guess the thing I was noticing is like the small things that I was kind of compromising on, I guess you could say. One thing I guess in my old routine of eating is I wouldn't say I snack a lot, but like when I would snack, it wasn't healthy stuff most of the time. Just little things like chips here and there, or like ice cream. I'm kind of a sucker for sweet, so like I'll eat like an ice cream sandwich or something at night, or I'll just finish whatever my kids didn't eat. Kind of like the garbage disposal in that sense. So I had to say no to some of that.
At work.
And at work sometimes, they'll bring in like, people will bring in food or sweets for us, and so kind of try to say no to that. But I did, I noticed, especially in the first 3 weeks, like how much it was affecting, like how much just the diet alone and the exercise was really helping me kind of lean out, in the midsection and doing all that core work. I really felt like my core was getting stronger. I felt like I could see it in the mirror. And then I had a week where I was kind of, I guess compromised a little bit on my diet, as far as maybe didn't choose the most healthy portion type things, like
you didn't sign the contract, so
yeah, I didn't, so whatever. But so like with a carb, you can pick something healthy to fill that yellow container with, or you can pick something that's really not healthy but still is a carb and could qualify. And so I was finding myself kind of compromising a little bit, maybe eating like a sweet at work, maybe like nothing but cake, buntini. But anyways, I realized that after that week, I was like, I could see that I wasn't really, like my results weren't continuing, like I wasn't progressing. And so I was like, just kind of helped me realize, like, even drinking a Red Bull or two, or not or two, I'd maybe occasionally drink a Red Bull like once every few days, but that has a lot of sugar. And so to me, I just realized those little things that you don't really think is that big of a deal, like the amount of sugar they have, or just the unhealthiness of it, can really play into your results. And so to me, I challenged Caroline. I was like, this is the last week. Like, let's go all in. Because, we were really all in already, but like, let's make it great, because, we want to get good results. And really, that's the difference between good and great. It's just those little things that can throw you off. And so really having someone who's, can hold you accountable and you're doing it with, gives you that motivation to do it more. But,
yeah. And I think that's why also like these challenge groups work, and they're so powerful, because you've got people around you doing it with you. And one thing that Megan talked about a lot in this group is like this workout is incredible and the program is incredible, but like, 80% of your results are going to be made in the kitchen. And so one of the things that I really love about this program specifically is that all of the challenge packs are actually going to come with Ultimate Portion Fix and 2D Mindset. So this is a change up. And something that we're really excited about. So you're going to get Ultimate Portion Fix if you do the challenge pack for this brand new program. And so you'll get access to the nutrition program. And I'm excited about that, because fueling your body is so important. And in order to build muscle, you have to fuel your body right. And you're not going to get the results that you want by just doing this program. Like, you're not. You have to go all in with your nutrition as well. So let's dive into...
Well, I want to add something.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you mentioned this workout, but on Sundays, day 7, they have it's like a recover workout, which it's more or less just like active recovery. So it's like stretching. So she has a video where
It's not like any of the active recovery stretching videos really you've probably ever done before, unless you've done like 6 weeks of the work. It's similar to that one, but
it's like sort of like just movement, but sort of like yoga and some stretching. I don't know. It just feels good. But I was gonna say that's been really. She's
really good.
She's never really. She's kind of always skipped those, but now she's signed a contract so she can't. But she's been doing those. We've been doing those really, and they do make a big difference. Like for me personally, I'm super like my muscles are always tight. Like I've never been flexible, and so that's always like a must for me. And so she's kind of been more on board, and she's seen the benefits of how it makes you feel going into the week, especially with leg day being on Monday. But one thing that I've also kind of helped with my diet is drink more water, because I just go through the day and I kind of just get busy and I don't think about drinking water, but it's really important to drink water because that helps your muscles, stretch out and stay flexible and stay limber, and that prevents injuries. And that's something I kind of realized like I really need to work on, is how much is really focusing on drinking water throughout the day as well. So this is nothing to do with Beachbody, but this is a water bottle that we both have. You can get on Amazon, but it's called Build Life. But they have these, I don't know if you can see it, but
motivational.
Basically, there's these like little motivational, kind of numbers here that show you the time of the day, and kind of helps you keep track of where you need to be throughout the day. And honestly, for me, I need to drink like 2 of these, but it's still just a good reminder of like, hey, I'm behind. I need to drink more. And I filled this up, so I'm not that far behind, just FYI.
Okay, let's go into the questions because we're losing people here. And we've been on here for a while, so you guys are probably like, all right, let's get to the questions.
It's probably my fault.
No, it was really good. You did great. Okay, so Jessica said, I haven't been so excited for a program in a while. With the shipping delay, do we think the package with the ropes will come by the 13th to start if it gets released on the 7th? So a lot of people in the test group, obviously that was like dead smack dab in the middle of quarantine. A lot of them didn't get the jump ropes until like 3 weeks in. Brian did the whole program without anything. So obviously, like, it's going to be released on the 7th, and we'll start it on the 13th. So our plan is that, hopefully you guys will be able to. Hopefully, you'll at least get them within the day or two of us starting it. But in the result that you do have to go a week without them, you can still move your arms and everything, just like you would. If you are concerned about it, you can always go on Amazon and go ahead and order some cordless jump ropes, a cordless jump rope if you'd like. But like I said, Brian did the whole program.
Yeah, it's the only thing it's going to do is, maybe work your wrists a little bit more, or kind of make you, I don't know, have to think more, because sometimes the type of jump roping she does sometimes is you got to focus on your feet a little bit of how to do it, and so it's kind of hard to do your hands at the same time. So I really don't think you're going to miss out if you don't have your jump ropes by the time it starts.
Yeah, so, but hopefully we'll see what they end up doing. When does it release? Okay, so these are the key dates. This is also in the page, so in the Facebook group. So if you guys go there and check it out as well. July 7th is going to release for coaches. We do have the packages all ready to go, which I will be posting those after we get back from our trip to the beach for you guys, so you can go ahead and decide what package you're probably going to go with. So July 7th is going to release for coaches. July 27th it will release for clients. That's kind of the dates. If you're like, man, I really wanted to start at July 7th, or if you've ever thought about coaching, this would be an incredible, incredible time to become a coach and sign up. You could even sign up as a coach with the challenge pack with this program. Like I said, the program is going to come with if you do a challenge package, come with a year of Beachbody on demand, the digital unlock for muscle burns fat, a month supply of either Shakeology or the performance line, which is Energize and Recover, And you're going to get a copy of Ultimate Portion Fix and To Be Mindset, which each of those themselves have over 40 videos teaching everything you need to know about nutrition. And so then you're also going to get the containers and a tracker as well, and the bod robes. So all of that, and I believe it's $167 for the challenge pack. So if you decided that you wanted to sign up as a coach for July 7th, Brian and I are actually going to be running a test group for just our coaches that will kick off on the 12th, and it's going to be a 3-week long group. So we'll do phase 1. So we'll do muscle burns fat all together, and in there we're also going to we're going to really coach our challengers during that time and just help them get really amazing results. And allow them to collaborate and get excited about muscle burns fat and the launch around it. So we're really encouraging spouses to jump in. We're encouraging, like, if there's guys out there that have thought about coaching and they want to join in, they can, or women who want to join in separately. Don't have to be married and your spouse do it with you, but that's just an option if you guys want to. Like, we're going to be doing it together, but, and leading the group together. So it's only 3 weeks. And so that's an option. That would be an incredible way to launch your business if you're interested in coaching. If not, if you're like, hey, I just kind of want to sign up as a discount coach in order to go ahead and start it on the 7th, you can do that too. You can go ahead and start it on the 7th with us if you want. And then when we do the test group for our clients, starting August 3rd, I believe it is. So it releases on the 27th, but we'll start our group that next Monday. Then you could hop in on that as well. So those are kind of the key dates.
This is kind of off subject maybe, but I just want to say, the trainer Megan, she's probably one of my, I don't know, you might agree too, but probably my favorite trainer that I've seen with Beachbody so far. She's just really like positive. I mean, they're probably all positive really, but like, I don't know, she's just upbeat and,
well, she's really down to earth and not cocky.
Yeah.
Like, not like, oh, I'm a super trainer. Like, she's just really down to earth. And honestly, it's like, you can just tell that it's like an honor for her to get to like launch this program. And
seems like a good person too.
Yeah, that to me just made me like her even more. Like, she's just like, thank you guys so much. Like, it's just like, this is the biggest moment of her life in terms of her career. And so I think you can just see that and feel that, and the amount of passion she's poured into this. And like, I don't know, I love her take on everything. She, even with people who are like losing too much weight, she's like, make sure you're fueling. I mean, she was like, she doesn't want people losing too much weight. She wants to make sure you do it in a very healthy way. And she wants to, and I love that about her. So
one other thing about the program too, is you might not realize it at first, but the program goes to music. So basically, like, you'll realize that everything you're doing kind of goes to the music. So when you end a set, the music kind of ends a little bit or changes. So with that being said, there's times where she does kind of transition quickly and she's telling you what the next exercise is. And sometimes it's so fast you don't have time to prepare. So you might have to pause it for a second or go back. But that's because she's going to the music, and she kind of doesn't have a choice. So just give her grace there, but it's fun how it goes to the music, because it kind of, instead of just a countdown, you kind of like, I don't know, adds another fun element to it.
Yeah, if you've ever done like body pump or anything like that, those go with the music. It's very similar to that in that sense. So, okay, any other questions from anyone? I don't see any questions that we didn't get to.
Get your husbands to do it if you're married. Or your boyfriend.
Yeah. I think I would love it. I really do. I think Megan's amazing.
Question.
Oh, how does purchasing the MBF challenge pack work when you're already getting a challenge pack from another workout? How the performance pack continue on? Great question. Sorry, what was that? Okay, great question, Liz. With this challenge pack release placed in the one I now have. Okay, good question. I'm glad you asked that. So basically, we will have, so the challenge pack is going to be for brand new people. So unless, if you're one of my customers and say that you signed up last year with Morning Meltdown 100 and you started with that and your year of Beachbody On Demand is about to expire, then you could re-sign, like you could cancel your current subscription and sign up with a new challenge pack, if that makes sense. So that would be an option for people who are already a client whose expires in June or July. If you are already a client like Liz and you maybe signed up over the past few months, or whatever, you can either do a completion pack, which is basically going to be like a month supply of either Shakeology or the Performance line. It's going to be the Muscle Burns Fat stuff, so the calendar and let's see what else. The jump ropes and all that good stuff, and then also the Ultimate Portion Fix and the 2B Mindset, so you'll get that in there as well. That's called a completion pack, so you could do that, or you can do what's called the accessory bundle, which is basically just the digital unlock, so you get the workouts, and then you would get like the calendar and the jump ropes, so you could do that as well. So you can do either of those, Liz, and you don't have to buy anything else to go along with it. So that's going to be, I believe that one is like $50, the accessory bundle. I'll have to double check that, but I believe that's how much that is. So any of these test groups, they are a digital unlock, so you do have to pay a little bit extra, but it's really worth it because it's an incredible experience. And if you don't want to wait, or if you do want to wait and you don't want to have to pay $50, it will release in December for everyone, but we don't typically do test groups around those just because, we typically do it around the launch.
And also, just want to say, you guys are really going to love this program because I don't think maybe halfway through it, I was already saying, I want to do this again once we finish this first round. Like, I want to go through it again because that's how much I enjoyed it. And I'm not a beach body workout guy, like she said, but no, really, I really have enjoyed it, and I'm excited to do it again. So,
Catherine's on. Hi, Kat. She's giving us claps and waves. Awesome, Liz. Well, hopefully that helps, Liz. I think you're gonna love it. So, any other questions, guys? Hopefully this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for being on. I think it's everything.
Yeah, if your husbands have any questions, they want to reach out to me, just message Caroline and we can figure out a way to get in touch.
Yeah, perfect. Well, I am going to post this recording. I'll leave this here live in the Facebook group, and then I recorded it as well on my computer, so I'm going to put this on YouTube. So if you need a copy of it because you want to listen back through to it, let me know. But all of the packages I'll be posting those as well as an order form over the next probably week or so, and that way you can go ahead and start figuring out what you're going to want. I know it feels like July 7th is a long ways away, but it's not, and it will be here before we know it. So I want to make sure that you guys have everything that you need and all your questions answered. We will have a sample of this workout coming out, and so stay tuned. I'll be posting details about that as well. I believe it's next week, if I'm right. So I'll post the date there for you guys as well about the sample workout of this video, sample video of this workout. So, all right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for being on. I hope you have a